Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized, and my hubby sitting just to my right is in the room for the first time since I started filming. So there might be a few comments from the cheap seat. He's laughing, very quietly, inward laughing. Okay, I'm going to make a couple of things for my Playful Days journal out of this storybook that I picked up in the book sale at the weekend. So I have a flip through of all the books that we got. That's, what day was it? Wednesday's video. So if you want to see all my goody books that we picked up, head along and watch that. And I've chosen out a couple of pages to make the two items that I want to make. So I want to make a belly band and a side pocket / tuck. So this is the page that I've chosen for a belly band. And I need to work out, I haven't chosen a page that it's going to go on. I need to work out how tall I want it. So maybe it might be fun on this page. Just looking at the yellow and whereabouts I might want to cut it, because I can't fit the whole thing in, of course. So let's just trim off this side bit first. Get rid of the raggedy edge. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm filming this ahead because I'm planning on being out for the day. So I think this is airing on Thursday. I'm actually filming this on Wednesday, so I think it's tomorrow's video. That's kind of the plan anyway. Cut off that little jaggedy edge, and it's not really wide enough to do any stamping on, so I'm just going to throw that out. Feels foreign, but I'm going to throw it out. Okay, so looking at now at where I want to create my belly band, and I'm going to either have a hand or an arm by the look of it. I think let's go with having the hand in there, because we can always pop something over that. I think that looks to be straightish, and then we can do something else with that some other time. Right, now the height. So I'm going to just trim off this bottom bit. Actually, will that be too much? No, I'm just going to take under that writing. Just lining it up on my grid. And if you've watched some of my videos, you'll know that this is my preferred way of cutting. It's just quick and easy. Now this is big enough to stamp on, so I'm going to keep that. And how tall. So we need to come just under that heading at the top. So that worked out quite well. So yes, I am rushing a little bit. This is my third video I'm recording today, and it's a bit later in the day than what I hoped to be recording. I just kind of got tied up. So yeah, now I'm rushing because hubby arrived home early, which is lovely, not a problem. There we go. So that's going to be my belly band. I've made it slightly shorter than the page, which I don't mind. And I want to back that just to make it a bit more secure so that this doesn't get ripped or anything. It's, as far as I can tell, the book is from the 1950s. So it's getting on a bit in age. Right. Excuse my squeaky chair. Just reaching behind me to grab out this book that I rescued from the recycling bin at hubby's work. And I'm just going to back it with this paper because we're not going to see it. So it doesn't matter. It's just performing a strengthening function. Actually, I might use tacky glue. I think it will be easier around the edge. And then just a bit of glue stick in the middle. And this is just a handy thing to do, so you're not getting glue all over the place. So just trying to get it as close to that edge as possible so that it seals it shut. I'm not sure whether I'll sew this or not. I'm tending to think I might do. So it's not too critical if I don't get right up to the edge. And then just a squiggle down the middle, just for good measure. I like doing the squiggle in the middle. Don't know why, I just do. Right, so just give that a good press down. Make sure it sticks nicely. And wipe up my glue that's squeezed out. There we go. Cat fur on it. Not surprising. Right, so for this I'm just going to trim around it with these scissors. And I'm thinking about how I might want to decorate it up. I'm not sure that I will yet. I haven't really sort of got anything planned apart from wanting to use the vintage book page and use some of that artwork out of the book. So got these lovely books, and it's nice to be able to start putting them to use straight away. It's always a good thing. Right, so there's our belly band base. Got this hand that, because she's looking at the hand, maybe a little butterfly or something might be quite nice. So I do have some stickers of butterflies, so just let me rummage for a moment. It's not very sea themed, is it? But however. Oh, we do have some, there's a crab there, kind of floating in midair though, that doesn't really work. There's a dragonfly, put a little dragonfly over it, let's try that. It's just because it's the first thing I came to. Yep, so there we go. Little dragonfly over the hand, so she's now got something to look at. And do we want some words or a word? So these are words from my digital kit that's available on Etsy. These are mostly vertical words. There are some little sayings as well that are horizontal, but mostly vertical in here. Happiness. Happiness looks like a good one for these children playing at the beach. Let's go with that. And I'm not sure what else. We've already got other text, so be a bit overkill having more text. But I feel like I still need something under it. So let's see what we've got in scraps. Got this little collagey page. It's a bit, not quite the right style though, is it? See what else we've got. I'm sorry if I'm off camera for this. It's just easier for me to look through my bag of bits. Surprisingly, there hasn't been any comments from beside me. It's keeping very quiet. Perhaps something more like this. might bring in a little bit of the blue-ish, sort of. You probably can't hear, but I did make him laugh. Is this scrap? No, those scraps aren't big enough. Or there's this offcut from a magazine. That might, yes, I like that better. It's sort of more in keeping with that blue of the dragonfly. Okay, so I'm just going to fussy, actually, before I fussy tear, I'm going to glue my word on so I know where I need to tear. And with this journal, I'm distressing everything. So I'm going to go ahead and distress around the word, then distress around the backing when I've ripped it, and I'll distress around the belly band base as well. Keep it all consistent. Give myself plenty of room to tear. It's quite thick, almost cardstock. Oops, make sure I tear it the right way. And I'm deliberately making sure that it's kind of in and out, because I think that's interesting. Oops, that was a bit too far in, never mind. Right, so because I went so far in there, I'm just going to take some of these down a little bit so they're not so extreme. There, that's better. And ink that up. And because it's this thicker, almost cardstock, I'm going to use the tacky glue instead of the glue stick. Oh, someone's revving their car outside. So I had a really lovely afternoon. I sat outside and read my book for a while. I sat and listened to the birds and watched some butterflies flying around. I'm not sure whether they were red or yellow admirals, but there was a few of them and they were dancing along, and it was just so pretty to watch. And two of my cats, or two of our cats, joined me, which was lovely. So some good photo opportunities as well, which of course I made use of. And yeah, it was just really lovely. The wind was a little bit cold, but not too bad. I had my feet out in the sun. So yeah, quite pleasant. Right, and now just to distress around this. I'm still not sure whether I want to add anything else, but I can do that at any stage, even once it's in the journal. So I'm just going to get it as far as I can, which is almost done, and then contemplate it over time as to what I might find to go on it. Was that my phone or your phone? Oh, apparently it was both our phones making the sing-song. Okay, so there we go. There's a belly band. So a nice journal card will just slip in under there. And I really like the creaminess of that paper. It's going to tie in beautifully with the yellow on that page. Right, so the second thing I wanted to make was the side tuck or pocket out of this page. So I want to have this fellow with his little fairies and the boat on the edge. So again, I'm going to trim down this side. Just line it up on my grid. And I'm just going to take a small slice off the edge of the picture because it's not going to affect anything. Like so. That's a good stamping strip as well. Right, again I need to work out the height. So where might we want this? I think perhaps on the edge of a plain page would be nice, but I want it on the other side. I want it to be on this edge of the page. Oops, knocking things off left, right and centre. Thank you, darling. I should have him home more often so he can pick everything up I drop. Right, so if I go again under the heading, and my stomach's making gurgles, I hope you didn't hear that. Right, and just measuring it on my page again, and take it under this text here. So I'm just going to use the text itself as a guide for where to cut, and again it's going to be just ever so slightly shorter than my page. Oops. Getting lots of good stamping strips today. Right, on this one I want to fold over a bit of the page to just strengthen that edge. So this is the picture on the back that I'm losing, little fairies and boats. So I'm going to, do I want to take it right to that picture maybe? Like that. Yep, let's do that. But I don't want all of that over there, so, and I don't have to worry about this being straight because it's not going to be seen. Just to strengthen that edge, since it's vintage book page, to make sure it doesn't rip when you're putting things in and out of it. Right, so a bit of glue stick. Hopefully I'm still recording. Yes, I'm still recording. It's had so many issues lately with it stopping mid-record. It took me to this morning's video, Wednesday's video, it took me 3 separate videos to get through 3/4 of an hour. It's just all a bit dumb really. So since then I've done a phone update, software update, and hopefully that's what was causing the issue. Right, so there we have a little side tuck. So I'm going to put a little thumb divot in. I'm going to go below the picture just because it doesn't have to be in the middle, so I'm going to take it out of the text below like so. Oops, my sponge came rolling towards me, must have known I needed it. And give that a distress. Oh, crumbs everywhere, not very tasty crumbs either. And again, I'm not sure how I want to decorate this, so I will probably leave that to do off camera, just because this is possibly, yeah, nice short video. There go our phones again. Right, so I'll probably do something very similar as I did with the belly band, with putting a word on here and with a backing bit of paper, and then find something else decorative to pop on there. So 2 very quick projects out of vintage book page, children's book page. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.